What's up guys, man Blake from footballboots.co.uk, and today we are talking about the creme de la creme, the top 10 collared football boots. So let's get straight into number 10 and waste no time. So the 10th best collared boot is actually a scaled down model, and it's the scaled down Mercurial, the Mercurial Veloce 3DF. Talk us through a little bit more about this.
Now this is a great collared boot for kids. So kids, if you want the Superfly 5 but can't afford the premium price of a Superfly, you can always get the Veloce, the Mercurial Veloce. So yes, it has pretty much the same collar you see on the Superfly. What else is different?
So the biggest difference between the Veloce 3DF and the Superfly is it's not full flying it. It's still got that dynamic fit collar, yeah it does, but it's not made of that same flying it upper. It's just a ties in a veil, which is a scaled down version on the Vapor. Now what it really comes down to is price. The Superfly 5 costs maybe £250 around that mark, but this Veloce 3DF actually only costs £135. Now alongside the Veloce 3, there's also one more scaled down boot, which is
the Victory 5DF. So that's an even further drop in price from the Veloce. So a Victory 5, another great option for kids. If you want a collared boot but not the Superfly, go for the Veloce or the Victory.
That comes in at number 10. Let's move on to number 9. So in at number 9 is another scaled down model, this time the Hypervenom, but this is the Fatal 3DF. So we just saw the Veloce 3DF,
yes. This
is the Fatal 3. So what's so good about this boot?
So on the same lines as the Veloce DF, it's a scaled down Hypervenom Phantom 3. So Fatal 3DF, it does have Nike skin, so that transparent or translucent layer on top is Nike skin. What else is different? So
it's still got a dynamic fit collar, obviously, which is a big plus, just like the Veloce. A lot of kids out there, and also amateur club players, want that same looking boot as the pros, but don't want to spend those high price tags. So that's what it really comes down to, wanting a boot that looks like the elite ones, but paying a slightly different price.
Now the collar there is the exact same as the Hypervenom Phantom 3, isn't it? That sort of, it's lower on one side and higher on the other side, just to match that ankle perfectly. So yeah, you're getting the same as what you get in the Phantom 3, the premium boot.
So in at number 8, we've got a very decent boot. It's got a collar, but I love this upper, the pure agility in the upper. I love it so much. It's all about grip. But talk us through this actual collar, please.
So the collar is tech fit collar. So as you've seen in number 10 and number 9, it's completely different. It's much lower. It's almost going to sit just below the ankle rather than on top. So it's not going to have that sock-like feel. It's going to be a bit more of a traditional fit compared to those Nike dynamic fit collared boots. Overall, I'm definitely a bigger fan of this collar over the higher Nike collars.
I think that's what it really comes down to. It's the height of the collar. I think the original Nike dynamic fit collars were just a little bit too high. I like how they changed it on the Magista Obra and also Hypervenom 3. This is obviously the first elite level boot that we've got. We just featured 2 scaled down. This is the first elite one. That comes in number 8. So let's move on to number 7. So in at number 7, we've got the Magista Obra 2, built for wide feet like Blake. So talk us through why it's such a good collared football boot.
So the collar on the Magista Obra 2 is very different to the original generation. Yes, it's still going to be the same height, but it's very anatomical. So it comes very wide. I'll just bring it closer there. See how wide it gets on those ankle bones? It's going to be a bit better, a bit more anatomical than the first gen.
Exactly. Now one of the main things that I love about the Magista Obra 2 is the upper. It's full flying it, a little bit like on the Superfly and the Hypervenom 3. I think it gives you a very soft sock-like feel. And one of my favourite things is when you actually put your hand inside, it's got one of the most unique feelings. It's almost like a cushion, like a memory foam inside. It's very plush, as Blake said. So if you want on-feet comfort, this is going to be perfect for you. So alongside the comfort, they're also a great boot for performance. And what specific technologies does this boot have?
So this is a very, very technology-rich football boot. You've got Brio cables, like what you see on the Superfly and Hypervenom. You've got Brio cables. You've got a very, very high-quality Flyknit dimpled upper with that Nike skin on top, dynamic fit collar, nylon chassis. Overall, this model is very, very advanced in terms of football boots, and it's definitely in the top 10 in this list.
So in at number 6, you guys might think that these rank actually quite low in our top 10 list, the Adidas A17 Plus Pure Controls. Now there's one reason why they don't actually feature so high up, and that's because they don't feature any laces, so you can't customise the fit. But apart from that, why are these such a good pair of boots?
So overall, the A17 Plus Pure Control has a very seamless fit when striking the ball, especially for long range shooting and free kicks. If we look at the collar, it's that sprint skin collar, isn't it? It's a bit different to the Tech Fit. Explain why.
Yeah, I just think the collar itself is a little bit more elasticated, so if you want that tight fit, something that I personally do like, this is going to be a brilliant collar for you. And if we were talking about just collars, I think this might be one of my favourite collars on the market, just because it's a little bit more low profile.
So it's just going to sit just below the ankle, or just slightly on top. It's not going to be like the Dynamic Fit collar. Very similar to the Pure Agility we just mentioned before, probably slightly higher than that one, but overall the collar on that Pure Control is pretty good.
Now the Pure Control is all about clean ball striking and ball touch because it doesn't feature any laces. Now this might be a problem for some people because like we said, you can't adjust the fit. But if you want something which is all about clean touching and striking, it's going to be great for you. And one thing that I do love is that control skin upper.
Yes, so it's like a primed forefoot on this bit, but overall control skin on the back makes it a very lightweight option as well. Overall, very high grade Adidas option.
Don't forget the boost technology, that comes in at number 6. Let's move on to number 5. So we're at a halfway stage in at number 5 and we feature our first K-leather boot, and that is the Puma Evo Touch Pro. Now this is a brilliant football boot, very underrated. Why is it so good?
So yes, the Puma Evo Touch Pro is a very underrated boot. Puma's got K-leather on the entire vamp on both sides of the boot. It doesn't really cut short like what the Timber Legend does. Lots and lots of K-leather. If we talk about the collar itself, it's pretty much the most different collar we've seen. It's sort of very similar to the Pure Agility collar, isn't it? Like tip fit, isn't it?
Yeah, in terms of the actual kind of way it wraps around below the ankle, it's much more similar compared to the Tech Fit, compared to that Dynamic Fit collar. And two things that I love about the Evo Touch so much, my two main factors that I do like, is the K-leather upper. It is so soft. It might even be so soft that there might be some issues with durability. But if you want a boot for that pure traditional touch and feel, the Evo Touch can be great for you. And also the Evo Touch collar, that Evo knit, is so soft and also it's very elasticated, so it's going to wrap around your ankle very tight. So in at number 4 is one of the most popular football boots on the amateur and also professional stages, and that's the Pure Chaos. Talk us through.
So the X16 Plus Pure Chaos is a very, very high grade synthetic speed boot, really. Overall, the upper is very, very high grade. If you look at the X16.1, it's much better than that. It's much thinner, it's much softer. Overall, I think even Gareth Bale prefers this upper on his X16.1s than the Pure Chaos upper. Overall, a nice boot.
That's it. Given the choice out of any Adidas boot, if Adidas came to me and said, Matt, which model do you want from us? I'd say the Pure Chaos, hands down, every single time. It's got laces, so you can customise the fit. It's got that cover seat. If you want that clean ball strike and touch, it's going to give you that. But it's all about that upper. It is so soft, so flexible and so thin. So it ticks off so many boxes. And obviously it comes with that Tech Fit collar, which for me personally, and you're probably the same, is better than Nike's Dynamic Fit.
Yeah, if we get onto the Tech Fit collar a bit more, it's got that anatomical sort of heel there. We first saw it on the PrimeKnit 2.0. It was a very anatomical fit. It almost curved away from the ankle. So it actually helps a lot in terms of when you're actually putting the boots on. But overall, the Tech Fit collar on the Pure Chaos is pretty much the same as what you see in the Pure Agility.
Finished off with a sprint frame sole plate. All round, the Pure Chaos boot is seriously top level. So guys, we get into our top 3, and once again there might be some viewers who are a little bit surprised that the Nike Mercurial Superfly 5 doesn't feature higher on the list and only comes in at number 3. Now it's very performance and technology rich. Why is it so good?
It's one of the most, it is probably the most responsive boot on the market. You've got Brio cables or Flywire with that Flyknit and Dynamic Fit collar with the speed ribs and the contoured sole plate. The contoured sole plate is probably the best sole plate on the market in terms of responsiveness. Like the Magista Obra, it's very technology rich. Maddie, the collar wise?
Yeah, so the collar is the original Dynamic Fit collar, so the first generation that we did see. For me personally, I think it's a little bit too high, wraps around that ankle just a little bit too high. I think I prefer the Tech Fit of Adidas or even the Evo Touch, the Evo knit collar. Now the Superfly is all about performance. If you want a boot which is performance, this is the one for you, or the Vapor. Now one problem is that it's not going to fit all foot types, it's not as versatile.
Yes, it's very, very narrow football boot. If you wanted a wider boot with a collar, maybe the Magista Obra 2 is the boot for you. If I just bring in the original Veloce, the collars on these two boots are pretty much the same. So if you're a kid wanting the Superfly but couldn't afford it, you could get the Veloce or the Victory.
So that's our third place boot, so let's move on to number 2. So we get into our number 2 best collared football boot, and this is a Nike Hibernate Phantom 3DF. Again, just like the Superfly 5, all about performance. Why is it such a good boot?
It's all about performance. Again, it's very similar in terms of the technology used as on the Superfly or Magista Obra. You've got Brio cables, you've got that Alcena lacing, you've got Nike skin with that Flyknit. It's not all Flyknit Hibernate for the first time of its generation, and the hyperreactive sole plate, a very, very responsive boot. It's designed for agility and goal scoring. But if we just talk about the collar here, it's probably the best collar you can see on a Nike football boot. It's better than the Superfly and the Magista Obra. It's sort of more anatomical. Why is that?
Well, it's because of the actual bones in the ankle. They're slightly higher and lower on each side of the foot. So Nike have actually thought outside the box a little bit. On that original Dynamic Fit collar, it was just flat, horizontal, wrapped around the ankle, but they've just gone a little step further. So that is the best collar on the Nike football boot. But 3 things that I love about the Phantom 3 so much are the Brio cables either side of the boot, which you can see those external lace hoops. I think that's classy, I really like that. You can really pull the laces tight as you want. It's got the pour-on pods, so if you want to strike a bit of power, you can do. Cushion touch, again, you can do as well. And that hyper-reactive sole plate, so flexible, so comfortable, and that stud configuration gives you some nice pivoting and also aggressive movements. So guys, what is the best college football boot on the market? Well, for me and for Blake, it's no doubt the Adidas A17.1 Prime Knit. Now, a little bit of a hint to why these came so much higher than the Pure Controls is...
So the fact is, I'm actually holding a Prime Knit, but we've taken the laces out. That's pretty much a Pure Control, but it's not. A Pure Control has that inner wrap, which actually makes it a bit more responsive than just a laceless Prime Knit. Overall, the Prime Knit though is a very good value for money boot, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. It's a good value for money boot because it's so much cheaper than the Pure Control, but incredibly similar, and you can actually customize the fit as you want it. Now, if we look at the pro players that wear the Pure Control, they're going to get it made to measure for them. They're going to get their foot molded so that Pure Control boot is perfectly fitting, and if it stretches a little bit, they're going to get a brand new one. For any of us amateurs who get the Pure Control, it might stretch a little bit when you wear it. So this is why the Prime Knit is such a better boot. Comes with that same elasticated collar, which is brilliant. Control skin upper, I love it as well. And sprint frame sole plate is top level. So guys, that's our top 10 collared football boots on the market. There's our #1 winner. Vote in the poll card now for your own personal favourite. Let us know why you picked that in the comment section below. Thanks for watching guys, and as always,
We'll see you next time.